1,000-pound sisters, behind-the-scenes heartbreaks and dark struggles of the show revealed. The world of 1,000-pound sisters has given fans laughter, tears, and moments of triumph. But what viewers see on TLC is only part of the story. Behind the cameras, the Slayton family has faced battles that often remain hidden from the public eye: dark struggles with health, relationships, fame, and the crushing weight of expectations. This 4,000-word deep dive takes you behind the scenes into the heartbreaks and struggles the sisters and their loved ones have faced, moments that never fully made it to air, but that shaped the course of their lives and the reality series we know today. When TLC first approached Tammy and Amy Slayton in 2019 about starring in their own reality series, the sisters were hesitant. Both had built a loyal following on YouTube, where they shared makeup tutorials, mukbangs, and slices of their Kentucky lives. But the idea of exposing their deepest struggles with weight and health to millions of strangers terrified them. Amy once admitted in an interview, "We thought people would just laugh at us. But then we realized maybe our story could help somebody. Maybe someone out there could see us and feel less alone." Still, the decision came with fear. Tammy especially worried about being judged. She was already bedridden most days, her health deteriorating rapidly. What if the show portrayed her as nothing more than the fat sister who wouldn't change? The first season aired in 2020, introducing the world to their quirky humor, close sibling bond, and desperate desire to lose enough weight for bariatric surgery. What viewers didn't see was the immense stress the cameras placed on a family already at breaking point. On screen, Tammy's struggles with food addiction and mobility were clear. But behind the scenes, loneliness was her biggest enemy. While Amy had her husband, Michael Holterman, and later her 2 sons, Tammy spent most nights alone. The show captured glimpses of her sadness, but crew members recall moments far darker. After filming Wrapped, Tammy often cried for hours, worried she would never find love or independence. Producers revealed that Tammy sometimes refused to film because she didn't want the world to see her in such pain. They had to coax her gently, reminding her of the fans rooting for her. Still, loneliness remained her constant shadow. Her later relationship with Caleb Willingham, whom she met in rehab, was a glimmer of hope. But even that came with its own heartbreak, as Caleb's health struggles mirrored hers. Their brief marriage ended tragically with Caleb's death, leaving Tammy shattered in ways that TLC could never fully portray. When 1,000-pound sisters began, Amy's love story with Michael Holterman was framed as her fairytale romance. She dreamed of becoming a wife and mother, and by season 3, her wish had come true with the birth of Gage and later Glenn. But fans noticed cracks. Michael often seemed checked out, uninterested in house chores or childcare. Off-camera, things were worse. Friends close to Amy revealed that she carried most of the parenting responsibilities, while also trying to manage her weight loss journey and the pressures of filming. One insider shared, "Amy thought marriage would make her life easier. Instead, it felt like another weight she had to carry." The stress eventually led to separation and divorce proceedings. Amy admitted in private that the breakup left her devastated, but also freer. The heartbreak was raw, but she wanted her sons to grow up in a happy environment, even if that meant raising them as a single mom. While Amy and Tammy take center stage, their brother Chris has quietly shouldered much of the family burden. Behind the scenes, Chris was often the mediator, trying to keep peace between Tammy and the rest of the family when tempers flared. His own weight loss journey inspired fans, but it wasn't easy. Off-camera, Chris faced health scares, including a near-miss with a stroke that terrified his wife Brittany. There were nights where he thought he wouldn't live to see his kids grow up. Yet, Chris rarely let fans see how scared he really was. Instead, he cracked jokes and kept the focus on Tammy and Amy. Behind closed doors, though, the pressure weighed heavily. Fame came suddenly for the Slaytons. Overnight, they went from small-town Kentucky sisters to international reality stars. With that fame came money, brand deals, and recognition, but also online hate, invasive fan behavior, and jealousy within the family. Neighbors whispered about them. Strangers took photos when they went grocery shopping. At one point, producers had to hire additional security during filming because fans would drive by the Slaytons' homes. The sisters themselves often felt trapped. Tammy, in particular, hated being filmed while eating, yet producers insisted because it was part of the story. Amy once broke down, saying she felt like she couldn't live normally anymore without it being judged. The fame also highlighted long-buried sibling rivalries. Tammy resented Amy for achieving surgery success before her. Amy resented Tammy for what she saw as self-sabotage. Amanda, another sister, sometimes clashed with both. The cameras caught some of these fights, but many were edited down to keep the show lighthearted. Perhaps the most heartbreaking off-camera moments happened during Tammy's long rehab stays. What viewers saw was her determination to get healthier. What they didn't see were the grueling days where Tammy felt hopeless, often refusing to get out of bed or eat properly. Nurses reported moments when Tammy cried out that she didn't want to live like this anymore. Staff had to monitor her mental health closely, worried she might give up entirely. The weight loss victories were real, but so were the moments of despair. Rehab wasn't just about physical healing, it was about rebuilding Tammy's will to live. Behind every reality show are camera crews, producers, and assistants who spend months embedded with their subjects. For 1,000-Pound Sisters, many crew members admitted they grew deeply attached to the Slaytons. They celebrated small wins, like Amy walking longer distances or Tammy losing a few pounds. But they also went home emotionally drained after filming fights, breakdowns, or medical emergencies. One producer admitted, "It's not like other reality shows. These are life-and-death stakes. We weren't just documenting drama, we were watching people fight for survival." Some crew members even cried while editing, knowing certain raw moments could never be aired without violating the sisters' privacy. Fans often assume reality TV stars are rich. But the truth is more complicated. In the early seasons, the Slaytons reportedly earned only a few $1,000s per episode, money that quickly vanished into medical bills, childcare costs, and family responsibilities. Amy once revealed that she struggled to afford diapers for Gage, even while filming. Tammy's medical equipment was expensive, and insurance didn't cover everything. While later seasons brought higher paychecks, money remained a source of stress. The family fought over how it should be used, and disagreements sometimes turned ugly. Perhaps the heaviest burden of all has been the relentless judgment from fans and critics. The sisters have been fat-shamed, mocked, and accused of laziness online. Some comments were so cruel they left Amy and Tammy in tears. Even their children became targets of gossip, something Amy fiercely defended against. The sisters often put on brave faces, joking about their size, but the cruelty hurt deeply. Fame, they realized, meant losing control of their narrative. Despite the heartbreaks, the story of 1,000-Pound Sisters is not only one of struggle, it's one of resilience. Tammy achieved weight loss surgery and shocked fans with her transformation. Amy became a mother, fulfilling her lifelong dream. Chris took charge of his health and proved it was never too late to change. The siblings, despite fights, often came back together in love. Behind every dark chapter, there was also hope. The Slayton family's struggles reflect universal truths: the pain of being judged, the difficulty of changing habits, the heartbreak of broken relationships, and the strength of family bonds tested under fire. Fans don't just watch for drama. They watch because they see themselves in Amy's tears, in Tammy's loneliness, in Chris's determination. The show is messy and raw, but so is real life. As 1,000-Pound Sisters continues, new challenges and victories await. Amy is learning to balance single motherhood with personal growth. Tammy is navigating grief after Caleb's death while embracing her healthier lifestyle. Chris and Amanda are stepping into larger roles as anchors for the family. The heartbreaks aren't over, but neither are the triumphs. For every struggle hidden behind the scenes, one truth remains: the Slaytons' story is far bigger than weight. It's about survival, love, and the unbreakable strength of family.